throughout history in Canada, the United States, Europe, and the world, there have been records of the Sentinels coming to watch, to guide, to help from a distance, sometimes near. Sometimes they brought firewood, sometimes they brought plants that were medicinal. This is recorded during the Spanish flu, during World War I, and during several upheavals in the world. From Newfoundland to Alberta to British Columbia, to Russia, to Europe. Records throughout history have recorded mind speak, have recorded sightings in the Blue Ridge Mountains. There was a need. They were there. They were watching. It's fascinating when you think that such an intelligent being has tried to help us, to guide us, to shape us, to mold us into better human beings. Although throughout history, this always seems to happen at times of war and peril. Things we have brought upon ourselves, not the average man, not the average woman, but our governments, our leaders, those who fail us, those who prefer to pick up a weapon rather than to sit down and talk. The Sentinels, although they could not stop war from occurring, have been there, if you will, to pick up the pieces, to help us. Now I see this starting to occur again. We have had COVID-19, and we are on the brink now of what is known as World War III. Why? Because of the greed of the oligarchs, because of the greed of a few of these oligarch leaders in the world, these greedy, selfish leaders who just never seem to have enough and take and take and take, regardless of who they hurt and what damage they do to our planet. It has been recorded throughout history that Bigfoot protected things such as ginger in the forests, such as old growth forests, all the things that needed to be protected, all the important things where you're going to find your medicines, the medicines that will cure and will solve all the issues that we have in health. We need to look at this, in my opinion. We need to listen to their warnings. We need to heed their warnings. There is nothing more powerful than intergalactical health. If we are fortunate enough to have Centurions here to help us, if we are fortunate enough to have Sentinels here to help us, then we need to listen. We need to put down our arms and we need to listen. This is a beautiful planet they've put us on. Why must man destroy it? It's as simple as that. Join me and watch as I show you throughout history the recorded incidents that have occurred and at which times more Bigfoot, more guardians have been seen, where they've been seen. And it's funny, because there is a connection to my family with not only being a psychic, but in who the guardians watched over and why they watched over them. The Ojibwe and the Métis oral historical records in the early 1900s, the Garou, the Yeti, the accounts of how Bigfoot helped children that were lost, how the guardians either guided them back to the trails that led home or kept them warm until they were found in sub-zero temperatures, has been recorded in bands that they kept children warm that were lost. During the Spanish flu, they were there. During World War I, they were there. And they're still there in the Ozarks when the men headed off to war. And all that was left behind in 1917 were the women and the children to care for the farms and lands and tend to the animals. They were there. The guardians were there watching over, guiding, helping them find their lost herds, preventing them from falling into sinkholes. They whistled from the forest, and the women and the children of the Ozark understood. The Saskatchewan River, they were there. They helped. They brought medicines. They guided the children to find them through mind speak. Not only did they physically help, but through mind speak they helped. So join me on a journey into the connection, a look at our guardians and what they did for us and what they warned us of and what they've tried to help us with. It's time we start to listen to the guardians, and it's time we take them seriously. Our planet is in crisis. The world is in crisis. Leaders of the world are splitting. War doesn't have to be. Solutions of talking and helping one another are better. The guardians, they've guided us in this direction. Those of us with psychic connections know that. So now is the time that I have come out to speak because I believe that I've been led to help, to guide, to encourage people of North America, of the world, and of the country that I hold dearest to me, Canada, to listen, to realize war is not necessary. Look at history. And when a leader of a country can truly look at history and say they want to start another war, they are not a leader. They have failed their country. True leaders know that war does nothing but destroy, and what comes after it and what comes during it, the famine, the disease, the destabilization of families, that's the thing the Guardians hold dear to their hearts. You see, they are here for our children, our future. They're telling you, our future is our children. Join me for the connection of the Sentinels.